The Honda S2000 is one of those JDM cars that we grew up with, from Fast and the Furious, to Fast and Furious, and even video games. She is a bit of an icon among the petrolhead crowd. Now Honda is known for their V-TEC, and the S2000 is the king of V-TEC. Now I talked about the S2000 in a previous video I made on the best 2-liter engines you can find in cars. But to get you guys up to speed, the 2-liter V-TEC engine held the record for the most power per liter in a naturally aspirated car at 124 horsepower per liter, and the red line was at 8,900 RPM. She also made around 237 horsepower and reached 60 in 6.2 seconds. So the power figures are not crazy at all, but it's not slow either. But why do people love this car so much? You see, it's all about the driving experience. I feel like I'm starting to sound like one of those guys that drive a slow car, 86, but say it's great because of the experience. The S2000 is a car that's both a great car and a crappy car at the same time. Why do I say that? The engine isn't anything impressive below 6,000 RPM. So in order to find out what the fuss is all about, you have to push her over 6,000 RPM. Getting over 6,000 puts you in the power band, and that's when she comes alive. The S2000 forces you to drive different to the way you would drive any other sports car. Shifting at 7,000 RPM counts as a short shift and will put you below the power band. And that's why I said great and crappy. The engine is awesome and super rev happy, but you have to rev the everlasting crap out of the car to get to the power. That said, the car isn't really known for how fast it is stock. The F20 and F22 Honda engine is just one of those engines. Like the B20B and K24, the F20 and F22 engines were modified a lot, and people normally started with the biggest problem this engine had: a lack of torque. Similar to the rotaries, the stock S2000 power plant didn't make a lot of torque. How do you fix that? Supercharger. With the supercharger, the car is completely transformed. You have low down torque and top end V-TEC to carry you to redline. The stock internals can handle around 450 horsepower, which is plenty for a small sport car that weighs barely 1.3 tons. Sorry, I love engines. That's why I always get stuck on the engine. Let's move over to the transmission. She is fitted with a 6-speed transmission, and shifting feels perfect, like a sports car should. Wanted it in an auto? Shame. The car was made for people that love the purity of driving a sports car. She only came in a 6-speed manual. So you have a decent engine, good gearbox. How about the handling? While Honda did a great job with the chassis of the S2000, the car almost had a perfect 50-50 weight distribution. The steering doesn't feel electrical and game-like, and you know exactly what the wheels are doing. So you've got a good all-round car. It all sounds so good, but unfortunately there is always a little bad. The stock powertrain just doesn't make enough torque. The super high power band means you always have to downshift to overtake, and revving a car that high also increases cabin noise. Practicality: it's a 2-seater sports car. She's not going to be practical. The cabin is very small. If you are a big dude, you're probably going to feel a little claustrophobic. And lastly, if you drive a lot on the highway and freeways, the short gear ratios can be annoying. Driving at 80 miles per hour, you'll be right at around 4,000 RPM. PS, the car has some cool quirks, like the fact that it has 3 secret compartments, and it has a key to start as well as a button. So you turn the ignition on with the key, and then you've got to start it with the button. It's weird, but it's still a cool quirk of the car. So is it a good car overall? What's the verdict? Is it just an overhyped piece of dog poop, or is it actually like a cool car? I think it's cool. I'm probably the biggest hypocrite because I bashed on the 86 for being torque lacking, and now I'm saying I like this car. Yet it has a huge dead zone where the car doesn't feel fast. But they look freaking awesome, and I don't care if I'm a hypocrite, it's a cool car. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll check you guys in the next one. Go check more videos for me. I've got more videos on specific cars, list videos, a whole build series on my car. I've got bike videos, I've got anything. Just go check it. Check you guys in the next one. Cheers,
I